Yeah, this kind of sucks, but I guess it just happens. Hey guys, it's Jess from She's the Pash. Welcome back. And today we're going to talk about glue residue. Like, what is it? Why does it get on your bags? Why does it come out on your shoes? Is there anything we can do about it? Is it a quality issue? We're gonna talk all about that. I make videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, so please remember to hit subscribe below and ring my bell so we can become best friends here on the internet. Okay guys, I decided to do this video for you. I have other videos where I kind of talk about maintenance on handbags and cleaning and all that stuff, but I was inspired to do this video because I had been using my Givenchy Antigona tote, like the slouch one. I had busted it out, I was using it, and I noticed something that kind of pissed me off. It sucks. But some glue residue that is showing up on the zipper. It's kind of hard to do it on the camera now for you to see, but I don't know if you can see, but I have pictures that I've taken close up where we have some glue residue, and I was getting ready to like clean it off. And I thought, you know what, why don't we just like, I'm gonna put the video up, let's talk about it. I can kind of show you what I do and why I think it happens and all that stuff. And if it happens to your bag, like what I've learned about it and how to treat it. So the first time I've run into glue residue was when, you know, I'd buy like vintage shoes or things like that. And some of the shoes, it was leather, and I was able to get some of the glue residue off the shoes by, you can use like nail polish remover if it's really thick old vintage shoes that stuff has happened to. Like I would get vintage Chanel's and stuff like that. Or I would get some used shoes and I would resell them on Poshmark. So that was a method I used. However, on leather bags or cloth bags, you don't want to use nail polish remover. So the first time I dealt with this on a bag was my Chanel bag. And I have some pictures that are insert here where I saw that had happened. And as you see, handbags are now always on, like they're on a shelf, and they're not stored in my closet. So the reason I moved them there is because they're away from a window, and the closet that I had doesn't have any air circulation or anything in there, and there is a window next to my closet, and I believe that this might have attributed to the problem I had with my Chanel. So there is a glue that they use to help combine the handbag, especially when you have like cloth and leather meet. They bind it with glue and then they sew it and stitch it together. So the dark part that you're seeing on my Chanel, that is the oxidized glue. That is something that's not usually happens, but most of the time it happens because it is stored in a humid environment. So if you are someone that's from like that lives in Florida and different places like that, you might want to think before you take your Chanel bag or you take certain bags out on a humid day. One of those bags would be like the Dior book tote. I did see a video recently on A Heated Mess. She had a Dior book tote, and I noticed that's one of the first things they asked her when she brought it in. Like, she had really bad glue residue, and it makes me think, and she stores her bags like I do. She doesn't have them like in a closet that I had the problems with my Chanel, and she stores it with an organizer in it. So it definitely wasn't a spill. It was the oxidized glue. It makes me think that when they were stitching the bag together, that the glue that they put on is like a clear color, that it actually had leaked out. Like when they first put it on, it's not something you would notice because it's clear. And as the bag started to age, so it did the glue, but the glue shouldn't have been on the outside. That makes me think that it was put on improperly. But sometimes when you're in a hot, humid and heated environment, that will start to like break down the glue, and it'll start to seep out from those seams, and it's gross and disgusting. It looks like crusty, like you see these pictures. Like, I was freaking out when I saw this in my Chanel. So luckily I have some great girlfriends, and I contacted Sam. She talked me off the ledge. She goes, well, here's what you need to try. She's like, you need to try, this was right on the seam. She knew exactly what it was. You know, try some dish soap and water with a Q-tip and just rub it. And I was able to get it completely off, guys. So I was scared because that was actual white. It was bag is white and black. I can't show you right now because I'm currently renting that handbag out, but I can assure you, like, pictures, it's not there anymore. So I was gonna go ahead and treat my Givenchy. Do I think that this bag is a quality control issue? It's weird because my bags, I don't have like a humidifier in here The winters are pretty dry here, so I'm not quite sure what's causing this, but this is right on the spot where you have like the cloth meets the handbag. So it's definitely the glue residue. It's not that much, it's not super noticeable, but it's enough to be annoying. So I don't know if this is just always gonna happen with bags. This is my first generation bag. It could be that this, because this bag's a year old, it could be that that glue had seeped out when they were putting it together and it's just oxidizing because it's natural like aging process of the bag. And the reason I notice it is because this is such a light colored bag and it is directly on the seam. So it's good to notice what it looks like, what it is, and when that happens, that there is something you can try and not to freak out. It might not be a quality issue, it might just be how you store your bag. So this is what I have. I have a Q-tip ready here, and I thought that I would just go ahead and kind of show you the technique, and let's hope it comes off. And that if this happens to you, that you can figure it out. So we're gonna go ahead and I have it zipped. So we're gonna just go ahead along this line. If you see from the pictures, I have the before pictures and I'll do it after. And you basically just take the Q-tip that already has the dish soap, because dish soap is great. It's gentle, but it also like breaks down oil and grime. So I'm just gonna go along this section right here and just scrub it. And it's down like the whole like length. You can see it's like, yeah, in the light you can see a little bit better. And I'm keeping it zipped so it is tight. And there it is right there. I think you can see it a little bit better. We're gonna go through and just use the Q-tip with the soap, because that's the worst part, is this section right here. And just go down and try to get that to come off. So I think I'm gonna have to do a couple more scrubs, but as you can see with this spot right here, it hasn't dried completely, but I do think it looks better here. Like with it, the zipper closed, you can't really see it at all where it was at with the zipper closed, where you could see it before. However, if I pull this back, you can start to see there is still some glue residue there. I am pleased how it looks right now in the spot that you can't even see that glue residue just a little bit if you pull it back like that, guys. So I'm gonna keep probably working with this bag. I bet it will happen again. It is kind of making me sad about this bag. I have used this bag that I noticed this like glue residue and stuff on it. It does make you sad and upset. Do I think this is a quality issue? I think it could be. I think it could be the fact that in this particular spot where I have the glue residue is, where these two seams kind of meet right here, as you can see. So they had glue for both of those. And I think what probably happened, because it is a clear glue, is that the glue seeped out a little bit. Like some glue got out from the edge when they combined the two, and then it just oxidized. Because I don't store my bags in any environment, and this bag, yes, I do take out, but it's not a bag like I took out in super humid conditions. Like it's not, you know, I store my bags in a dry, cool place. It's not by a window. I do all the stuff that I'm supposed to do. So I really think that this is what's happening with some of these bags. It's just maybe a little bit of sloppy work, and that's what happens. And when you have a lighter bag, when you have black bags and stuff like that, you won't even notice when that happens. However, when you have a lighter colored bag, like you're easily gonna notice that like orange look to it right on the seam. So guys, let me know what you do when that happens to your bags. Do you have a method that I could try too? But I like this one the best because it's the most gentle. I have used like nail polish remover on shoes because that's not something they're already scratched up and stuff. Doing those on the seams doesn't seem to bother me, but I don't want to do that on a handbag just because you have the color and the sensitivity. I just want to make sure that I'm using something that is super gentle. So that's another reason why I decided to go with the dish soap method. Let me know what you think about glue residue. Do you notice this happening in your bags? Do you think it's a quality control issue? Have you tried to clean them up, or do you just try to return your bags and get your money back? I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. And as always, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye guys.